Hello, everyone. I am the All Seeing I'm with a message here for the collective. What does Spirit want you to know at this time? Let's see what comes up, what comes out, what's in the cards. What do you need to know? All right. Let's see what comes out. Here we go. There we go. We have one card. And it is the Seven of Swords. Wow. What an energy to start off on. This is an energy of withholding. You may be keeping something from someone, or there's someone around you that may be keeping something from you. It could be a deceptive kind of energy where the person is trying to get away with something that they're not necessarily gonna speak up about or have plans to really confess. But there is some confession that needs to take place, some kind of information being withheld at this time. You will find out the truth. You will learn what the truth of the matter is. Things will be equal. And whether it's someone that's withholding information from you or not, and that imbalances the connection because you find out they're lying, like that's one scenario. But you could also balance the scales by finding something out of importance that's, this person's truth. I feel like you are committed to the truth. Honesty is something that you value and is extremely important to you. And I feel like you want to be in connections with people that are fair. So you may not take to this energy of having something withheld from you. This could be some kind of offer that's coming in from the person. Maybe they're hiding a surprise of some sort, so it's not necessarily a deceptive energy because there's something good being planned on the other side of it. It's not a person that's trying to get away with not telling you things that, would be beneficial for you to know. There's some kind of offer coming in. There's, it could be an invitation somewhere. It could be a gift. It straight comes off as a surprise. There's communication coming. If there is no communication now, there's communication coming. So the silence is not for long. Don't stress out or spiral too much over the silence if there's been a lack of communication or something you feel is off in the connection because you haven't heard from this person. I feel like communication is incoming. And when it comes in, it'll be exactly, I don't want to say what you want it to be, because I don't feel like we necessarily should expect things to be a certain way. But, I think if the information that's coming in is pleasant, then it's obviously desirable, it's wanted. This offer or gift that's coming in and the communication of it, perhaps, of what this thing is, could lead to some kind of union or togetherness, some kind of romantic situation with someone. And I don't want to call it a situation because that cheapens what this connection is. It's not a situation, it's an actual relationship coming in, harmony, love overflowing, just having a lot of emotional stability, emotional availability, and sharing of feelings. The sharing of the depth of feelings is not, it's a mutual type of love. It's not one that's unrequited, that you're in alone. And maybe that's the truth of this particular connection. And what you will find out, that this person that you're connecting with, who starts off as being someone that, is not being completely forthright, and maybe you feel something off in the relationship, or you just feel something off because you're intuitive. But then you have the 10 of Pentacles here. This is a card of a budding relationship, of something that is divinely protected and orchestrated, the type of connection that is stable, where both you and this person have come with some form of stability and some kind of great offering to one another. The number 10 could be significant. We have, okay, never mind. I forgot how to count for a second. But, there's something good coming in. This person may not want to fight no more. They may not want to disagree with the fact that there's something there in this connection that is so much more than they initially intended or thought it'd be. They may feel very comfortable with you, or they feel they can put their armor down because they don't have to fight anymore. They don't have to defend themselves to anyone or against any kind of allegations I'm hearing. Perhaps they were in a situation before where they were accused of things that were untrue, and that caused a wedge between them and a previous person, I feel. So they may really value peace of mind. And, like being with someone that they get along with. I think, friendship is important to them. And they could have walked away from a previous situation because there was some kind of, fighting or, disharmony in that connection, and hopes of finding something better, and, with the faith that they'll come across something more than what they'd been exposed to or knew and experienced up to this point. Could be a Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio you're connecting with. Or someone that just really has deep feelings, This could be a man that's very emotionally mature and available to you, They care for your feelings and cater to you, when it comes to telling you how they feel. They may be very communicative when it comes to emotions and, letting you know outright, you make me feel this way, or I feel this way about you. You know, the depth of my emotion is real. The Seven of Wands is coming out as well. So, you may have been in positions in the past where you felt like you really had to defend yourself, or maybe this is your person. I did mention this person putting the armor down and not wanting to fight. Perhaps they've been, or you've been, take it as it applies, fighting some battles, both seen and unseen. You may have some forces that are or have been adversarial, or basically against you and not as supportive as they could be around you. Perhaps there's people that are not really taking up for you. They may be attacking you with their words, or evil eye could be significant, you know. But I feel like you're coming, you're protecting yourself. You're able to do that, and your integrity is in place because, you have a good heart and you're the kind of person that fights for what they believe in, whatever that may be, whatever is important to you, including, standing up for yourself and your beliefs. But there's something that or someone you may have to separate from, something you may have to walk away from that you thought was good before, but could be, like not so good for you now, or maybe not in alignment with who you are now or who you're becoming. Perhaps it's the environment you're in you need to change up. Perhaps it's your friend group. Like if you're dating, maybe try another outlet. If the ones that you've been trying haven't been working, it's not like it's bad. It's to say, oh, dating apps are bad, for example. No, some people have success with that, but if it's not working for you, then maybe think of other ways you could, find potential mates, like speed dating. I don't know. Who knows? Whatever, maybe there's something you've been thinking about doing, or places you've been considering going that are significant. Strength is here, which makes me feel like, you're a very gentle soul. You don't need to bark orders at anyone, or like be anything less than, or short of who you are. You don't have to be anyone but yourself. You have this gentle energy about you that, like this gentle strength. You are strong, and you may have been through your share, but you still don't necessarily show your wounds. I'm hearing you. You may display your scars and not be afraid to do that because you've, gone through your share of hard times. But, there is hope with the Star card. There is hope to be had. There's, basically a reason to be optimistic. I feel like there's definitely a wish being fulfilled here. You also have the Nine of Cups at the bottom of the deck. So this is a card of satisfaction, and you have the Ten of Cups. So I can't say you may not have all you want now, but it's coming with the Ten of Cups. You have there's some wish coming true that, you know, allows you to stay and remain hopeful and optimistic about life and love, and, you know, like just finding your niche. I hear, you know, just whatever your niche in life is, whatever your thing is, finding that, and it bringing contentment, it bringing happiness and peace, and, you know, the ability to really, you know, chill and not have to worry so much about, you know, waking up to that job you don't necessarily find purpose or meaning in, or, you know, and having to do that every day, or, you know, like settling in a relationship that's not, you know, fulfilling you, where you feel it's imbalanced and one-sided. For example, you know, there's a lot of reasons why relationships don't work, but it doesn't mean that you should stick around, stay around, just because it's what you've known. You do deserve to have what it is you want in this life. You know, it's about getting clear on what those things are, for example, and, you know, taking the steps, actionable steps toward getting those things, whatever they may be. You know, some things we just have to pray, manifest in our lives naturally, and just, you know, go with the flow on. But there are things that we can achieve in this life and accomplish that bring us closer to our dreams. The Two of Cups is at the bottom of the deck. So, you know, you're coming into union, if you haven't already, with someone that's very special. The song So Special by Dru Hill is coming to mind. I always said that's going to be my wedding song. Definitely going to be dancing with my future groom to that. Your love is so special. It's a beautiful song. Anywho, I love music. But yes, unified love, partnership, mutual attraction, proposal, marriage, and connection. So you're definitely coming into union with someone. There's a connection that's deepening here with another individual. You are not alone. You are not, you know, even if you're by yourself now, you know, soon enough you'll be meeting the one. A person that completes you. And not because they're everything, you know, to you, because they're, you know, you have to be what you need to be for you first, you know. But it's just someone that adds to, not takes away from your life. The Knight of Wands is here. This is energy, passionate, inspired action, adventure, fearless, and impulsive. Someone may take some kind of step towards you, you know, and they want to risk it, want to take a risk on you because they feel it's worth it. The Knights are fast-moving energy. Then you got the Ace of Wands here. New project, inspiration, urge to create, willpower, desire, power, potential, beginnings, new opportunities, and growth. So, there's definitely inspired action, you know. Someone wants to move towards you. Wow. They may see you as the Empress. Just a beautiful, beautiful person. Abundant, nurturing, fertile, feminine, good parenting. They may, if you're a mother, they may feel like you're a really good mom. That may be something they've given you credit for or complimented you on. Accomplishment is here too, growth and evolution and action. So You know, I feel like you're taking action no matter what. You know, you're moving towards your goals, you're creating the life that you want. But there is someone moving forward towards you, you know. A happy surprise is coming in. You know, whatever that Ace of Pentacles was earlier, that gift, that offer that's coming in. You know, it's going to be a happy surprise for you. You know, this is, wow, more fire energy with the Four of Wands here. This is celebratory energy, joy coming together. Perhaps it's a wedding invitation, or maybe it's the planning of your own wedding. I did mention something about wedding earlier and channeled a song that I said I'd play at my wedding, so there's that. But there's some kind of coming together here. Something that solidifies this connection and makes it more than just one of passion and pleasure, you know. There could be heavy attraction here to this person, and a lot of thoughts that consume and make the other person feel trapped almost, you know. They may think about you quite a bit. I feel like you're on this person's mind, and they may be unsure of how you feel, unsure of how to move forward in this connection. You know, I feel like they're free. They may feel stuck in some ways in their life, and maybe that is preventing them from moving forward. The Queen of Swords is here. There's some truth coming in that's going to contribute to you having a clearer mind and understanding, clarity in a situation. And I feel like that's going to be what you need to know. You know, you may not know this person is thinking about you as much as they are, and they're looking at you as this like divine goddess. You know, they're attracted to you. They want something more. They may want a relationship. They may want to marry you and create, you know, they may feel a sense of home with you. And that's why they want to establish something real and lasting, you know. Anything else on this connection? I'm going to just pull another maybe 1, 2 more cards and then get off. Anything else here for this connection? Or the person watching? Any other divine messages here? Oh, I guess I might just leave it where it's at. I mean, it's a lot of love coming in, you know. And definitely good energy. So stay hopeful, stay faithful, you know, don't give up. Hope, keep hope alive, stay optimistic, stay on the path you're on. This is confirmation that you're walking the right path, and you know the things that you're wanting are coming in. So you know, don't be scared, don't be shy to, you know, expect more of life, because it can get better, you know, and it's all about what you make it. So keep that in mind, guys. Thanks for stopping by. I'll be back with another message soon. Take care. Later.